First and Texans. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Bengals in this matchup, you figure they've got to be looking forward to this one. They've got a clear advantage on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and they totally understand it, not just by running the numbers, but those numbers do play into it because you've got one of the better passing offenses in the league, a top 10 unit, going up against one of the poor defenses in the league. So I think we're going to see these guys take some shots downfield. But right from the start, I expect them to attack and get right after them.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
Okay, break.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. They'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Rowe. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. And this looks like a roughing call. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Rowe, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The Texans had a woeful 2-9 on the year. Yeah, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Pierce will try to pick it up. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
How best to describe that one? That's a right down Broadway on that one.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Get it.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved. And that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free.
Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes, that was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
first down. Here's Burrow. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Burrow on first down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll give it to Mixon. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Flushed out right. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Touchdown! Jamar Chase, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You have a lot to handle in this one.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. He'll drop to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work.
A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We're watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
A very solid gain of 27.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. Now Burrow.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Burrow picked off by a guy he won a title with at LSU, Derek Stingley. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
That's underneath to Pierce, and he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Hey, check, Panthers. I'm not right.
2nd and 6. And that is incomplete. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
12 more yards there and another 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they'll go right back to Pierce.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Nine-yard line, 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. This will be a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And this one too low.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
He'll drop this one down to mix it.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Offense back out there along with Dameon Pierce.
At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Well, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him.
Another carry for Pierce.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A throw over the middle, taken in. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10.
And the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, you know, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And the Texans will take over.
And now out comes Houston.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
This is Hamler on the receiving end.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Pierce now up the middle. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 55 rushing yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Second and 9 now. And he slings one that's incomplete. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They'll look to throw here. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 28. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. His throw incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Completes it over the middle to Floyd. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a throw to the end zone. First down by Reigns.
I know coaches talk all the time about a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. When you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. Kaimi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
They are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and the Texans scoop it, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it in with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive in with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
We used to work relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Give to Pierce now on the option.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Here we go, here we go.
And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Marcus Davenport in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. There's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken right around the 44.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Texans on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
Cincinnati set to take over once again.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Burrow on play action.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Here we go.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory. Down at the 33. Burrow looking to pass.
And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
On 2, ready?
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now Burrow on first down. Dumps it off to Mixon.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold or did they rough the quarterback? So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper step.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
In the second quarter and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game. And I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 8. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Houston set to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Swings this one out wide for Pierce.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down now, but that clock rolling. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 55 yards. And the Texans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
11 MT. 12.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. To Mixon on the check down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
8 yards to go on second down.
11.
Now Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. Now another timeout called for by the offense. as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
11 mighties.
And Burrow going to throw again. He completes it to Boyd.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the drive will wind up yielding 3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The Bengal offense now with the football first here to begin quarter number 3.
And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's got a man complete. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. He finds his man complete. It's Boyd.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Again, it's Burrow.
Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 3rd and goal. Burrow. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
There's another example that playing football isn't strictly being physical. You've got to think as well. Nice job reading his keys by the linebacker and going out in the open space when they dumped it to the back. He was able to make the play and stop him short of the goal line.
McPherson's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Let's go.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw here. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
11 MT. 11.
Mixing up the middle. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And now out comes Houston.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Option play, and it's a handoff to Pierce.
And he stopped immediately there.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
They'll set up to throw.
Gets the dump off to Pierce. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Now Burrow down around his goal line. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simple and merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Fielded just inside the 30. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A nice gain of 21 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that here.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
2nd and 11. And his throw is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now back to throw.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
The Bengals offense returns to the field.
And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon.
5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon.
And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
On 1, ready?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
12, 11,
They go play action with Burrow. Staying on his feet. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Here we go.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of the 1st down.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Quick slant to Brown.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 9 good yards here on the run, and now 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Looking to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
That's underneath to Pierce. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Second and 2.
A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And a solid run down inside the 30. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Trey Hendrickson able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Let's get set.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. And the Texans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day three corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll set up a throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Here's Cameron Johnston now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
11 binding. Close. 11 empty. 11 Thomas.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Oh, good move.
Here we go.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Ball 1, ready?
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Burrow. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. Oh, no, he lost the football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't it?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime you didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll look to throw here. And he fires one, but incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. So Burrow and the Bengals down by 5. A minute 46 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Burrow connecting with Mixon.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Throwing, Burrow.
And that will be incomplete.
Here we go.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Into the hands of Ingram.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them in bounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Pass interference. Defense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Now Burrow.
Dumps it off to Mixon. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Burrow.
Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle.
Hey, we got to keep
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. 4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Texans defense stands tall. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a 2nd time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. And they'll indeed take a knee. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Well, Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, kept off by that second-half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us. Not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here, knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So for the Texans, the win moves them to 3-9 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.
I'm the best, I'm the best,